Caressa sent me this article, and to be honest, I wasn't going to talk about it until I finally opened it up because she sent it to me a couple days ago, and then I opened it up and I read the first couple of lines of the article, and I said, okay, I need to speak about this. But first, what I'm going to address is there is absolutely not one, and I mean not one, flattering picture that you can find online of Moscow Mitch. Every last picture that catches him, whether he knows the camera is there or not, makes him look horrible under any light. He makes roaches scatter when he walks into the room. They'll stay around if the light come on, but when he walks in, they teleport out of there like they Nightcrawler from X-Men. But anyway, as you can see right here on your screen, you have Moscow Mitch and 44. Now, I've grown to have a slight dislike to 44 because of a lot of the things that he has said, especially towards black people over the years. It took a while of us to wake up from that lullaby that we were in from 2008 to 2012. But what I find very interesting is that they find a way to still keep this man's name in rotation even after he's out of office. And I'm talking that entire 45 administration, including Mitch McConnell. But what I find it very interesting is, and it's pertaining to this commentary I'm giving, is how Mitch McConnell is trying to throw it back into 44's face. So Mitch McConnell said that, well, first he said that Obama was classless and that he should have kept his mouth shut about 45. Now, let me read the first line for you to let you know that he is full of it. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell thinks former President Barack Obama should have kept his mouth shut about 45 since leaving office. Now, what's interesting is that 45 and his constituents keep his name, and I'm talking about Barack Obama, in their mouth every chance they get. There's been a few times where he has name dropped Barack Obama in the midst of this virus, as if he has anything to do with it. This virus did not happen under his administration. He's been out of office since 2017 when 45 officially became president. We're in 2020. So I don't know what Mitch McConnell was talking about. And the thing is, a lot of people have criticized, a lot of notable people have criticized 45 when it comes to this virus. But you chose to pick out that one who had a criticism of him. I wonder why. Let me remind you, this is the same Mitch McConnell that said that that Barack Obama would be a one-term president. He said that out of his own mouth. I know it was probably killing him when he got that second term. But let me continue. And he called Obama classless for criticizing Trump's response to the virus pandemic, which has so far claimed more than 80,000 lives in the U.S. What's the problem? He criticized him like many people have. I just recently criticized him, but then again, I'm not on the level of an Obama. So Mitch McConnell probably doesn't know me. I would be shocked if he actually came across my videos. But everybody has criticized him. But see, Mitch McConnell, he has to play like that defense layer between whatever is on the other side of him and what's behind him, which is 45. In a private call last week with former members of his administration, Obama called Trump's handling of the matter an absolute chaotic disaster, as reported by Michael Isikoff of Yahoo News. Obama also warned that the rule of law is at risk after Trump's Justice Department dropped charges against former White House National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. McConnell believes Obama shouldn't have said anything. I think President Obama should have kept his mouth shut, he said in an interview with Laura Trump, who is the president's daughter-in-law and an advisor to his re-election campaign. You want to know what's so interesting? Didn't Moscow Mitch put his foot in his mouth recently when it came to his state of Kentucky, when it got exposed that they received like $148 billion in government aid for 3 years from 2015 to 2018? Who should keep their mouth shut now, Moscow Mitch? I think it is a bit classless, frankly, to critique an administration that comes after you, he said. You had your shot. You were there for 8 years. Hold on. But Mitch McConnell, you critiqued the Obama administration while he was in office. And you and 45 and his administration have been known to critique his administration even after he was out of office. So you don't think that no one should critique you? Because in their minds, they have this all under control. That's why in the beginning of the article, when it was talking about, he felt that it was tacky and classless to criticize him, but then at the same time, this virus has claimed thousands of lives under his watch. Yes, there were some bad things that happened under Obama, but none. This is unheard of. Nothing like what's going on right now under 45 on his watch. Obama was initially largely silent on Trump. However, in recent weeks, they've each taken a few public swipes at each other. Without mentioning Trump, Obama last month called out the lack of a coherent national plan to navigate this pandemic. And in March, again without mentioning Trump, Obama warned of consequences of those who denied warnings of a pandemic. Trump has been more direct, accusing Obama of the biggest political crime in American history. We have our issues with 44, but I think that's a bit of a reach. It says, however, he could not provide any details of the alleged crime, saying only that it's very obvious to everybody, meaning he doesn't have any evidence to prove that he's the biggest crime to American history. However, this is, Trump has also repeatedly blamed his administration's failure to respond quickly to the crisis on Obama, which is what I was saying, claiming his predecessor left behind bad, broken tests. But it's been proven that he did not take that pandemic plan that I think Obama actually briefly talked about back in 2014. But see, this is that whole thing of the lack of accountability coming at play here. The virus didn't exist until nearly 3 years after Obama left office. McConnell has his own history with Obama. In 2010, he declared the single most important thing for Republicans was to make Obama a what? One-term president. And last year, he bragged about blocking Obama's judicial nominees, then laughed about it. I remember that. And let me tell you right now, it's nothing worse than looking at an oogly person than also having to hear an oogly person laugh. That laugh is so cringy and creepy, might I add. I would highly suggest that you do not listen to that laugh in a dark space. You will have nightmares. Trust me. Users on Twitter called McConnell out for telling a former president of the United States and the nation's first black president to keep his mouth shut. I'm not going to read Joy Reid's statement. Someone said, I say Moscow Mitch McConnell stealing a SCOTUS seat, blocking Obama's warning about Russia's attacks, helping a Russian oligarch more than Americans, blocking election security bills, delaying pandemic relief to have a 4-day weekend with pervert Kavanaugh is pretty classless. Someone else said, interesting how Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and others of the GOP are all for the freedom of speech until it's exercised by the former first black president of the United States. Then they're deeply offended. What is classless now? Someone else said McConnell is cool with Trump blaming Obama for broken tests for a disease that didn't exist until 2019. But if Obama criticizes Trump, then he's considered classless. Another one said, I have way too many black friends to not see the racism in the kept his mouth shut, other than to ignore this holy fucking shit. Senate Majority Leader, you're a ride or die kind of guy. I'm going to read, well, I'm not going to read anymore. Y'all pretty much get the point. But they pretty much went in on Moscow Mitch. And I swear Moscow Mitch looks like a defected embryo right here. He just does. He looks like something off of Men in Black. But yeah, Mitch McConnell is known to put his foot in his mouth. Let's not forget, Mitch, what happened to you in a flight of stairs. Or was it last year? Or the year before? It was a lot of people that were cracking jokes about that. I didn't see that many people actually come out and ask, were you okay? And if they did, they probably asked after they laughed. Me, on the other hand, I took that as an opportunity to be extra petty. I don't know if I was doing PPP at the time, but if I was, I most definitely did one on you when you fell. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.